No, but I mean, do you know what I mean? He's had a go at you. He's thrown you off his team.
I'm devastated by that. That was the one thing I was looking forward to this week.
To be fair, you were looking forward to telling him you were taking over the team, so it's sort of poetic justice. It has blown up in your face. To be fair,
True, I was trying to squeeze him out of his own company.
yeah, you were going to try and get him out of his team.
Yeah, well,
it was a hostile takeover, and they clubbed together.
To be honest with you, there's normally 3 regulars on his team. I got 2 of them on my side, one of which was his girlfriend. So I only had to work on him to try and get him to resign, and we'd have been away. Still, you know, we should give the prizes away.
Yeah, well, this has been dreadful. This thing. We started off well with him trying to force burgers in his mouth, and then he's come up with this tat. I mean, this is the end of this because it's. I mean, it was shoddy to start with, no little duo couple. Well, this is not only.
I'm just saying. This is what I was saying in the pub yesterday when you were trying to be sick on my leg. I was saying, come up with new ideas if you don't like them, but you diss them on air.
Well, it's just disappointing, isn't it? And right. What's that?
I was disappointed when I was choking before.
We were disappointed as well.
Yeah, you didn't try. You didn't try with the grapes. You were just like chewing on that. You meant to just throw them in and swallow them.
Song's a phrase. It was 6 songs. It sounded like this.
Boring. Right, what are they? Just give you
6
answers.
songs there. We had Lionel Richie, My Destiny, for my.
Tricky.
Neighbour.
Oh, that's XFM. Ooh.
My Neighbour was Space. Neighbourhood. Had Harry Connick Jr. Had to be you.
Yeah.
Right.
Had your neighbour had a horse.
from
America.
America, yeah.
Had a horse.
In
was Lisa Stansfield with
pathetic.
In All the Right Places.
Oh, pathetic. Did anyone get that?
And
No
a
one
house
got
No one
from
got that.
Animals.
So that was pointless.
All right. Well, the most anyone got was 3, and we're going to give it to Deborah, and that's possibly Deborah and Kate. They got at least 3 of those. So well done.
Okay, well done. Yeah, there's prizes on the way. That's the end of that. So that's the no cheap as chimps. None of that anymore. What have you got left? You got the film to do? Let's see what you've done with the film.
Hang on, I'd love to have some monkey news though.
Go on then. Got any monkey news?
Yeah, got some monkey news.
Come on then.
No, Rick, come on, cheer it.
Well, it's a sort of like he moans that he's got too much time on his hands, and he comes up with that
Okay.
shite.
Monkey news, the jingle, please.
Ooh, chimpanzee, that monkey news.
There's been quite a lot of stuff going on. There was a few bits in that Guinness Book of Records book that cost me 20 quid.
Yeah, well, that's not news, is it? They printed that probably last September.
No,
so
there's one in there.
New music. New monkey news from last September. You're a lord.
Come on.
Waster.
Please, Ricky, monkey news.
Right, there was this monkey in a zoo in Brazil.
Right.
And this little man monkey, little woman monkey. And
You're a scientist, aren't you? Go on.
And they said the people in charge were like, "Oh, wouldn't it be good if they had kids?"
Brilliant.
Right. So anyway, the chimps used to stand sort of, they'd have their little caves each, and they used to sort of lean on the fence, having a bit of a chat and stuff with each other. Well,
just gossiping, yeah, gossiping.
The equivalent sort of thing.
Yeah.
So anyway, they were getting on a storm, and like the zookeepers were like,
"Can you hear that cheapest chimps this week?" I thought it was fascinating. Yeah, just gossiping. I understand.
So, what's any monkey news? I don't know. Let's tune in.
What was monkey news this week?
Come on. It was from last September.
So they were stood there having a chat, and the zookeepers were like, "I wonder if they're ever going to have kids and that."
Yeah.
Anyway, it went on for ages. This just chatting, no sort of action. So what the zookeepers did was, they said, "I know they'll have kids."
Are we letting that go? They were just chatting. Are we just letting that go?
You know what I mean? Just doing whatever monkeys do.
Okay.
Right? So the zookeepers were like, "Yeah, I wonder when they're gonna, have some kids." Yeah. Anyway, what they decided to do to egg them on.
Yeah.
Bought one of them a suit, one a wedding dress.
Right.
Keep going.
No, I'm not having it.
Shut up, Gervais. Fade him down if he's going to interrupt. I want to hear the rest of this.
They got married.
So they got married?
Yeah, they got married.
Right.
What? That's the end of it.
This
is why I don't. Right. That's the end of monkey news. That's the end of monkey news. Don't do that again. You've got no features left.
Why don't you like that?
What? Was this not a story? It's about two chimps chatting, which doesn't happen. The zookeeper's going, I wonder if they can ever have kids. And come on, they got married. That's the end of the story. What are you talking about?
Hang on, just calm down. Let me just check that you didn't make a mistake there and didn't lose out.
What do you mean you didn't make a mistake?
Shh, wait a minute, he may have just left out a fundamental piece of information.
What,
that
the
would-
story?
That would have made it into a story.
Right.
Let me just check the facts. So they bought them wedding outfits. They were married. Did they propose to each other, or were they just forcibly
Don't
married?
encourage
Just
him.
forced onto
And
it.
then what was the outcome? Once they got married, what happened? They fell in love?
Yeah.
What?
Whoa.
It's not a marriage, Carl.
Be
It's
quiet.
not a real marriage. I don't know what you've got in your head. It's like the head of Homer Simpson. I'd go in there and there'd be a wedding reception and there'd be a couple of fights and they'd be talking about stuff.
They got married. They fell in love. Did they have children?
They're not back off the honeymoon yet.